The Stokes twins are often seen as the evil of YouTube, stealing ideas and copying thumbnails. While this is all true, they're also secretly the most OP channel on YouTube. The Stokes twins have quietly surpassed 50 million subscribers, becoming the 4th largest American creator channel, behind only Mr. Beast, Dude Perfect, and Mark Rober. And only Mr. Beast is able to surpass their average view count per video. And this will blow your mind, the Stokes twins get 400 million long-form views per 28 days. With a $5 RPM, that means the Stokes twins are making $2 million a month off of just AdSense. So clearly, the Stokes twins are one of the top channels on YouTube. But how did they get here? And even stranger, why is no one talking about them? All the time you hear the names Ryan Trahan and Mark Rober and Eric, but you never really hear the Stokes twins mentioned, despite absolutely dominating these creators by monthly view counts. On paper, the Stokes twins are far and away superior to all 3 of these channels. Ultimately, no one really talks about the Stokes twins for 2 reasons. 1, they make kids content, and 2, they brutally rip off other YouTubers. There's a lack of respect that comes with plagiarism, and it seems like the Stokes twins have traded that respect for millions of dollars. Most people think that their content is disgusting, but you've got to give them a little bit of respect for not caring and then happily pulling 400 million views a month. In this video, I want to talk about how the Stokes twins were able to grow to such massive numbers, mostly due to 5 main reasons. The first of those reasons, copying proven concepts. Copying on YouTube is disgusting, but the Stokes twins have done it very well. Just look at these thumbnails that were done by more innovative creators, or these video ideas that were copied from videos months before. Now, before we proceed, I want to make it very clear that I do not support this blatant plagiarism, and this is just analysis on why the Stokes twins were able to grow so big. Anyways, copying all these ideas has 2 great benefits for the Stokes twins. First off, they don't have to spend any time or money coming up with new innovative ideas. Instead, they see what works for someone else, substitute the original creator out for themselves, and then usually triple the view counts. The second benefit to stealing ideas is that they never have any risk of putting out an idea that might bomb. Even the top end creators always have videos that underperform. That's just what happens when you take on the risk of trying a new, never seen before idea. For the Stokes twins though, there is no risk, since every concept they do has been proven on another channel that's pulled at least 10 million views. Every video they put out is a guaranteed banger. In fact, the Stokes twins haven't put out an original idea in over a year. Even their banner is a complete knockoff of Mr. Beast. I'm honestly kind of surprised they haven't changed their profile picture to be similar as well. While plagiarizing other creators' work is pretty terrible, it is a valid reason of why the Stokes twins have been successful. The second reason behind success is the adoption of a TikTok-esque video format. Currently, we're seeing a renaissance on YouTube where longer videos and more played out storytelling is very successful. Mr. Beast posted a 40-minute video and it turned out pretty well for him. On the flip side though, the Stokes twins do not care about pacing and storytelling at all. These videos are the most fast-paced content you will ever watch. Since something new is always happening, it's almost impossible to click off the video. There's always multiple things going on, so if you get bored with one storyline, it immediately transitions to one you might care about. It's a constant dopamine refresh that you can't escape, much like scrolling on TikTok. The AVD on the Stokes twins videos is bound to be insane. The videos also are quite long, with some of them nearly approaching an hour in length. This makes it much more likely that YouTube recommends, especially if their AVD is anywhere even close to 40%. For an older viewer, this content is physically painful to consume, and anyone over the age of 14 is likely clicking off pretty quick. But their audience is almost entirely kids, which leads us into the third reason of why the Stokes twins are so successful. They play into their child audience by making the most over-exaggerated content you will ever see. First off, let's dive into these thumbnails. Every single thumbnail is saturated to the max and usually features something so unrealistic that no adult would ever believe. On top of that, the Stokes twins thumbnails usually feature a girl that's scantily clothed or something else that a 12-year-old boy would find attractive. And now if we dive into the videos themselves, they're so obviously fake that you would literally need to be 6 years old to believe that they are real. The jokes of the videos are also geared towards a younger audience, with the butt of the joke often being, well, the butt. The colors within the videos are also always bright and simple. Even the video topics make it clear that the channel is catered towards kids. No adult is ever going to be watching a video about school. The way that they gear towards kids is an appalling reason behind the Stokes twins' success. But let's talk about a more respectable fourth reason: their great payoffs. A staple of the Stokes twins channel are secret room videos. In these videos, the twins usually build a room somewhere in their house and then someone tries to find them after the room is finished. The thing is, these rooms are actually pretty impressive. They always look really nice, and it does deliver on the promise of the title. In this 7 secret rooms video, all 7 look pretty cool, and the fact that they built 7 rooms for just one video is pretty impressive. Another example of great payoffs comes with their McDonald's video. Instead of just eating 100 years of McDonald's, they also eat 100 years of plain food and 100 years of prison meals. This far exceeds the expectation of just McDonald's when you click on the video. It's so important to have good payoffs and good viewer satisfaction for long-term viewer retention on your channel. If the viewer is always satisfied after finishing a video, chances are pretty good that they'll return for more videos in the future. For all their negatives, the Stokes twins actually do deliver a great end product, which is essential for building a long-term brand. But now let's get into the final reason behind the Stokes twins' success: dubbing. Dubbing is making the speech within a video available in multiple languages. It leads to huge new audiences. Only the biggest channels on YouTube are dubbed in more than 10 languages, and the Stokes twins are one of them. Mr. Beast had 14 languages on his last video, and Mark Rober also had 14 on his last. The Stokes twins, though, beat them both, with an astounding 17 languages in their last video. About 18% of the world speaks English, which is the original language of the Stokes twins. However, when you add the 17 languages into the mix, the Stokes twins can now reach 76% of the world. They have their videos translated to the 13 most spoken languages in the world. So obviously, when you can reach 4x the amount of people, views are going to skyrocket. However, dubbing is very expensive, and the RPMs for developing countries are much lower than in the US or Europe. Ultimately though, the Stokes twins have figured out a formula for pulling 400 million views a month. Are their methods 100% moral? Absolutely not. But despite the hate, they are now one of the most profitable channels on YouTube. So maybe, just maybe, there's something to be learned. Just not plagiarism, please.